Stan Jabalisco here. It is Friday, 24 November 2017, the day after Thanksgiving. And I do have at least one thing that it appears I can give thanks for. About 10 days ago, there was a power failure here in Lead, South Dakota, in the black holes of Dakota Territory, United States of anomalies. And this power failure lasted about an hour, and when the power came back on, my refrigerator and freezer, I don't know about the freezer temperature, but the refrigerator seemed to want to run continuously. Well, it did apparently run continuously until it maintained an internal temperature of 25 degrees. And that was the warmest setting I could put it at. Needless to say, I lost a few items, but not much. I lost some soda pop. It froze, and of course that's fine as long as you leave it frozen, but once you try to thaw it out, oh, you've got a nightmare on your hands. If you got chunks of ice in there, and then it wants to, oh well, you know the drill. It's horrible, horrible. Frozen Diet Mountain Dew. Can there be anything worse? Well, yes, frozen eggs before they've been cooked. That's fine as long as they remain frozen, but once you thaw them, I mean, they crack, because they expand inside, and they crack the shells, and then when you go to use those eggs, they be a mess. However, the ice cream worked just great in there. It turned to a wonderful custard-like consistency, so I took advantage of that. Well, just yesterday, Thanksgiving, I noticed that my ice cream had turned to liquid. So I measured the temperature in the freezer, or in the refrigerator, again. And after a week at 25 degrees, suddenly, for no apparent reason, it had maintained a temperature of about 45 degrees. Now that was at its warmest setting, so I turned it and set it to its recommended settings once again. And now, when it cools down, after I left the door closed for a while, attains its equilibrium temperature, it's 40 degrees. That refrigerator, microprocessor board, or whatever it was, appears to have somehow rebooted itself, and whatever glitch had occurred in it has gone away. And I read in the manual that periodically the refrigerator will do a self-diagnostic test. Maybe that's what it was. It diagnosed a crashed microcomputer, and somehow it resolved it. Have you ever done, you've done that certainly, that you've turned on your computer and it wouldn't boot up, so you just shut it off and you turn it on again and it booted up just fine. Computers crash every now and then, and apparently microchips in refrigerators also crash every now and then. And it evidently has recovered. Now maybe I speak too soon. They've ordered a new circuit board. It's supposed to come by UPS. It might not get here for a while, but if the refrigerator continues to work satisfactorily for that long until the technician can replace that, and you betcha I'm going to replace that thing. Well, I'll talk to him about it, but it's a mystery kind of to me that on Thanksgiving Day, of course it spoiled a bunch of my Thanksgiving frozen food that I'd put in the fridge, and then, small sacrifice. So I give thanks for the refrigerator that evidently has repaired itself. It is a Whirlpool refrigerator, I think. I bought it at Sears. and we'll see where it goes from here, but a mystery and musing for the day. Fortunately, I'm not a very picky eater, and if worst comes to worst, I can go to Louie's and get a hamburger. Stan Gibilisco, signing off. Until the refrigerator hears me and fails entirely. So long.